beautiful music. Welcome to Maple Grove Cemetery and Celebration Hall. The Friends of Maple Grove is delighted to sponsor this performance with the support of the Maple Grove Association, who allows us to serve the community by opening its doors to serve the community. My name is Helen Day. I'm Vice President of the Friends of Maple Grove, and I'm joined here by Poulenc as our cemetery historian and former president of the Friends. It's truly a joy to see all of you gathered here this afternoon for beautiful music, reflection, and community. Today's concert, featuring Stacey Chou, Stephen Josephs, and William Rich, brings together not only extraordinary talent, but also the timeless power of music to stir memory, heal the spirit, and connect generations.
At Maple Grove, we often say that history is not silent here. It lives in the stories of those who came before us, in the monuments that line these grounds, and in moments such as this, when art and remembrance meet beneath one roof. There is something deeply moving about hearing music performed in a place devoted to memory. The notes seem to linger a little longer here, almost as if the past itself is listening alongside us. Today's program carries special meaning as this concert is presented in memory of Joey Josephs and Royce Rich, whose love and legacy continue to echo through the lives of their families and loved ones. Their memory reminds us that music has a remarkable way of preserving the people we cherish. Long after the words fade, melody remains.
As part of the mission of the Friends organization, we dedicate every event to someone who is buried here so we can remember them and say their name. Today we dedicate this afternoon's concert to the memory of Dr. Herbert Lee Constable, a respected New York physician who quietly cared for many of Broadway's brightest stars during the golden age of theater. Buried here at Maple Grove Cemetery, Constable devoted his life to healing others, often behind the scenes, never seeking applause for himself. Yet much like a great accompanist in music, his steady presence helped others shine. And so today, through the music of Clarke, Piazzolla, Grieg, Hummel, Poulenc, Doppler, and even an original work by Stephen Josephs himself, we celebrate not only artistry, but humanity itself.
And this weekend, of course, is Memorial Day weekend, and we wanted to point out the angel wings behind me. These are this Eagle project that was created by one of the Eagle Scouts from Jackson Heights. And they represent, there's 27 wings behind me, and they're metal, and they represented 27 young soldiers from World War II who were killed in action from this community. So that, and their names are printed at the bottom of each of the angel wings. So we had a beautiful ceremony this afternoon to unveil them. Okay, thank you all for being here, for supporting the arts, for supporting the Friends of Maple Grove, and for helping places like this continue to live, breathe, and inspire. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy this wonderful concert. And just to promote two upcoming concerts, we have Peter and the Wolf coming with the Queen Symphony. The Woodwind Quartet of the Queen Symphony will be here on June 13th. So please, again, you know our concerts are free, so you just have to register. And the other one is coming up very quickly, June 7th, and that's the opera singer, the young man who was born in this neighborhood and grew up in this neighborhood, and is of all 18 years old, and made his debut at Carnegie Hall 2 weeks ago. So he'll be here, and please register because we'll have to close it very soon. Before we begin, please silence your cell phones in order that they do not interfere with programs. Please join us for reception at the end of the performance in the main art gallery downstairs. There is a table in the gallery dedicated to future performances and a calendar of events. Please take a moment to take a look, and we presently have several art exhibits on the walls of the center for your enjoyment.
Yes, we'd also like to ask you to be kind and generous. There is a collection box outside the door to support our artists today. performers need to be paid for their work, and this is an excellent way to do it. So we hope that you will show your appreciation by some form of contribution, no matter how small. It is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much, and enjoy the concert. Okay? Without further ado, here we go.
Okay.
Good afternoon. My name is I'm here with Stacey and Stacey Chou. We're pleased to welcome you here at Maple Grove Cemetery. This is a really special space. We're very grateful to the Friends of Maple Grove for hosting us here in this lovely hall. It's really perfect for the program that we're about to present for you. Just wanted to touch on a couple of brief items before we begin. We put this program together for a couple of reasons. First of all, I wanted to present a concert with Stefan that would be dedicated to two people who left us last year. My father, Royce Rich, and Stefan's son, Joey Joseph. Both my father and Stefan studied together at SUNY Portland, where my father studied acting and Stefan studied music. They would perform together in a variety of settings in upstate New York, presenting poetry, drama, music, and dance, and they were lifelong friends. As I was putting this program together, it made a lot of sense to reach out to Stacey because we went to undergrad together, Eastman School of Music in Rochester, and we've been friends for many, many years. And she's also a flute player, and so is Stefan. So with two flutes and piano, that kind of whittled down our repertoire a little bit, but there's a lot of really great repertoire for flute solo and flute duo with piano that you're going to hear today, as well as solo flute and solo piano. Before we begin with our program, I just want to mention the two, I think this was already mentioned, the two boxes on the table behind, in the back of the hall behind in the lobby. One of those is for the Friends of Maple Grove, and that goes towards their work here, putting together a variety of concerts and other events. And the other is for the three of us for future musical and artistic pursuits. Thank you. And our first piece. This first piece is called Maya by Clarke. He's a British flutist and composer. From his website, it says the following. The title Maya is in reference to the meaning illusion, as opposed to the South American civilization. Based on an early work, Passage, written in 1986, it was rewritten and arranged by the composer in its current form in the year 2000. It is described as, quote, a beautifully dreamy and accessible piece using a few note bends, a good double toning workout for each part with both lines sharing the soaring melody. Apart from the expressive use of open holes, the parts proceed with alternating, arching melodies and bubbling semi-quaver passages. Thank you.
He's Italian, but born in Argentina and emigrated to the United States when he was young, and he actually lived in New York, so a little bit of that connection and heritage there. He was known for composing tangos and infusing jazz styles into those tangos, creating actually a whole brand new style called Tango Nuevo, which in Spanish means new tango. So this version is composed for flute or violin, and you can kind of hear some of those crossovers, especially with the jumping registers. It'll kind of sound like imitating string crossings and things like that. So please enjoy Tango Etude No. 1 in A minor.
Next piece is by the Norwegian composer Edvard Grieg, who you might know for in the Hall of the Mountain King. This is a piece called Notturno or Nocturne, and it's from a set of solo piano pieces called lyric pieces. And he wrote a bunch of these at different times in his life. This is one of the later ones. These pieces are all programmatic, meaning they're all either about some sort of character, sometimes from literature, sometimes different settings, different places that he visited, forests, ocean, the different bodies of water, and in different states of emotion. So this piece is very forward-looking. There are echoes of Debussy, Ravel, as well as Schumann, and obviously Chopin's influence is certainly apparent here because of the Nocturne itself, which Chopin is famous for, and sort of the melancholic character of it, and as well as the use of chromaticism in many of the harmonies and modulations. So this is Notturno by Grieg.
So, Mr. Hummel is most famous for his trumpet concerto, probably next to the Haydn trumpet concerto is played the most. He lived, actually, how many of you have seen the movie Amadeus?
Yay!
He actually lived with the Mozarts. That's hard to believe. Anybody could live with them, according to that movie. Maybe. So we have Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, who boarded Johann Nepomuk Hummel. Now, if you put Wolfgang and Nepomuk together, it sounds like a video game. So this is actually the premiere of this arrangement. It's been a trio, and but I'm not going to play the melody and the words that go with it, well, which are sort of appropriate. I always forget you on the day that never came. Anyway, I'm going to play the obligato part, and I modeled it after, I tried to. Niccolo Paganini was a violinist. He was actually the first rock star. He used smoke coming out, and people would say he sold his soul to the devil. He would break strings so that he could play it all on one string and show off. So, but he wrote this piece, Perpetual Motion, which never stops till it stops. So that's what I'm trying to emulate.
Next on the program is Poulenc's Flute Sonata. It's a pretty famous piece. There's not really a story that goes along with it, only that Poulenc was asked to write it. He was commissioned to write it in memory of Madame Elizabeth Sprague-Coolidge. He is a French composer from the 20th century, so this piece actually wasn't written too long ago in the grand scheme of music history. It was premiered with famous French flutist Jean-Pierre Rampal, and they were friends. That's why they did it together, and Poulenc played the piano part. So there's 3 movements to this piece: fast, slow, and very fast. two flutes and piano repertoire, Andante and Rondo by Franz Doppler, who was a Ukrainian composer and also flutist, and his brother was also a composer and also a flutist. So this piece was written just to kind of highlight the fun that you can have with two flutes and piano, to kind of highlight the brothers' skills, because they would perform and go on tour and play this piece and some other pieces that they had written together. So this is our last piece. At the end, I think we'll say some closing remarks. We also have a light reception outside afterwards, and thank you all for coming.
much. I just want to extend our sincere thank you to Carl Bayanas and Helen Day here at the Franz in Maple Grove. They do a lot of work here, and they were very communicative throughout the process. And they answered our hundreds of questions in a timely manner, and they really helped with the promotion of the recital and the printing of our program and the flyers. They really do a fantastic job here at Maple Grove. I of course want to thank my partners, Stacey and Stefan, for their collaboration. For their many years of friendship. This is just the beginning. We would like to put some more solo chamber recitals in the future in other parts of the tri-state area. I live in Westchester, now I live in Connecticut, Stamford. Stacey's in Long Island, Steph is in Flushing, not too far from here. So we want to do similar concerts in other parts of New York and Connecticut. So again, thank you all for coming. There's going to be a reception right downstairs, and there are bathrooms downstairs as well. Thank you again.